Namaste and Jai Sonan, everyone. First of all, from the entire Atmiya Vidya Mandir Parivar, a very, very, very heartfelt thanks to all the parents. Truly, we are indebted. તમે બધાએ જે સ્વામી શ્રી અને ગુરુ હરિ પર વિશ્વાસ મૂક્યો અને આપના બાળકને અહીંયા 12 વર્ષ 8 વર્ષ 10 વર્ષ 2 વર્ષ બી મૂક્યો એ બદલ આપ સૌનો ખૂબ 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 અંતરથી આભાર. We also understand that there are far better schools with better infrastructures out there. You have choices for your child's education. Facilities, curriculum, આજના જમાનામાં અપડેટેડ ઘણી બધી જગ્યાઓ છે. છતાં બી આપે સ્વામી શ્રી પર વિશ્વાસ રાખી અને આપના સંતાનને અહીંયા રાખ્યો એ બદલ અગેન વન્સ અગેન heartfelt thank you to all of you. AVM is Swami Shri's legacy. એટલી બધી યુનિક જગ્યા છે કદાચ અમે બી વર્ણવી નહીં શકીએ. We are here for 16 years and we still haven't figured out how much Swamiji has given to this place. So it is going to be impossible to describe that. But Swami Shri's vision was very simple. બધા સુખિયા થાઓ. And that is something which in this world is not commonly kept as a goal. અંતરથી સુખિયા થવું એ સ્વામીજીનો વિઝન હતો. અને એમના સંબંધમાં જેટલા બી આવ્યા જેના પર સ્વામીશ્રીની દ્રષ્ટિ પડી એમની માટે this became his mission. He gave his entire time on fulfilling this mission. Sukhya tha. A simple example, how much time Swamiji invests in these children. Our school ma at a time in this school we have 500 students. The number of young people Swamiji catered to was 500,000. Not 500. All over the world, the young people who would seek Swami Shri's guidance, 5 lakh thi vadhare, 500,000. This school has, at a time, 500 children. I have been serving in this school for close to 16 years as a principal of the school. And this is staggering, this is mind-blowing. The number of times I have sat down with an AVM student. હું જેટલો AVMના વિદ્યાર્થીઓ જોડે 1-to-1 બેસીને મેં વાત નથી કરી એથી વધારે સ્વામીશ્રીએ AVMના વિદ્યાર્થીઓ જોડે વાતો કરી છે. સ્વામીશ્રી has given more time than the school principal to the children of this school. If you just count the hours, he's given quarter of a year to this school, physically present. ये जो effort है स्वामी जी ना, it is something which even we cannot fathom. And that is why our children are exceptionally fortunate. They have someone who is watching over them, someone who understands what is special about them. તમારા દીકરા આપણા દીકરાઓમાં જે વિશેષતા છે એ સ્વામીશ્રી જોઈ શકે છે, ગુરુહરિ જોઈ શકે છે અને એમનામાં એ કળા છે કે એને બહાર કાઢવાની. આપણે આપણા દીકરાઓની અમે બી શિક્ષક તરીકે અમારા બાળકોની વિશેષતા હજી પારખી શક્યા નથી. પણ સ્વામીશ્રીમાં ગુરુહરિમાં એ વિશેષતા છે. He can find out, he can see what is so special about these children. Not only can he see, he can bring it out. And that is why these children are exceptionally fortunate. And of course, we are exceptionally fortunate that we get a chance to serve these children. I'll give a few short examples. It is fairly late. I'll give my own example. In 1979, my father was a chartered accountant, and he was a very successful CA. In his prime, in his early 40s, he was running a firm. He had 60 odd CAs working under him in Mumbai. He was a partner in one of the largest CA firms back in the days, in the 70s. And because of health reasons, he had some challenges and he had approached Swami Shri, and Swami Shri had asked him to retire. I was 6 years old that time. My brother was 8 years old. મારી ઉંમર 6 હતી, ભાઈની 8 હતી. સ્વામી શ્રીએ મારા ફાધરને રિટાયર થવાનું કીધું. And this was a shock to the entire family because he was the sole bread earner in the family and he was at the peak of his career and 2 young children, be nana santan. So my mother was exceptionally stressed those days. My father followed. He retired. He took only token auditing and he did only Swami Shri Sanstha's auditing till he completely retired. But my mother's main worry was the children, me and my brother. In 1979, Swami Shri wrote a letter to her. I'll request, if it's possible, to show that. This is a small excerpt of that letter. It might not be completely readable. It is Swami Shri's exceptional handwriting. It's in Gujarati. And Swami Shri, in one sentence, tells my mother કે તમારા દીકરાઓ તરફ તમને જેટલી પ્રીતિ છે, લાગણી છે, તેથી કોટી ગણી લાગણી મને છે. And this statement, the care and love you have for your children, I have a million times more for them than what you have as a parent. This, just one sentence, completely explains Swami Shri's life. This explains Swami Shri's nature. કે જે સ્વામીજીને જે પ્રેમ આપવાની કેપેસિટી છે એ ધરતીએ જોઈ નથી. The world has not seen the capacity Swami Shri had to give love. And one of the slogans he had given for the school is love rules the world. And that is why your children are exceptionally comfortable at the school. Another quick example. How much Swami Shri gave to the school. When Swami Shri was in his mid-70s, Swami Shri had made a very hectic trip to Africa for the first time. South Africa, Swami Shri પધાર્યા હતા. ત્યાં હરિભક્તોએ બોલાવ્યા હતા. But it was the first time. Facilities were not very comfortable. Swami Shri was in his mid-70s already. He had fair amount of back challenges. And it was a very hectic vicharan. There weren't any off days. And Swami Shri traveled. He had returned back to Mumbai airport from South Africa. Swami Shri airport par padhare che. It's in the evening around 6:30. Almost 1,000 Haribhaktos are there for his welcome. Swami Shri comes out, does darshan of the Haribhaktos. He just bows down to them and immediately says, get the car ready, we are going to AVM. Swami Shri travels after a journey, a tiring journey, changing time zones, 8 to 10 hour flights at the age of 75. Right from the airport, Swami Shri directly comes to Atmiya Vidya Mandir. He did not even have his evening thought. Everything was arranged in Mumbai. On the highway, Santos had to call somebody and they made food and they gave him on the highway his evening dinner. Swami Shri arrived at midnight at AVM, just past midnight, after a grueling almost 18-hour journey at the age of 75. When he lands at AVM at 1 o'clock in the morning, he does meetings with the trustee. સવારના 1 વાગે સ્વામીજી ટ્રસ્ટીઓની મિટિંગ કરે છે, સ્કૂલમાં શું ચેલેન્જ છે એ જાણવા માટે. અને બીજે દિવસે સવારના 10 વાગે બાળકોને મળવા સ્વામીજી પધારી જાય છે અહીંયા આગળ, at the age of 75. This is the energy he has poured into this place. And that is why આપણા બાળકો રક્ષિત છે. There is somebody watching over them. And what was the result? I'll give you a few very quick examples. This year board exams. After one of the 10th standard board exams, there was a question, and a child had asked a question. There was some issues with a particular question. The invigilator in the board exams, our children will testify, there are 2 invigilators in a classroom all the time. And if there is anything to be asked, one would go out. It just so happened on that time, there was only one invigilator and he was new. He did not understand this. So he went to the control room, leaving the class empty during the board exams. क्लास छोड़ के वो पूछने गया कि इसमें एक क्वेश्चन है. And of course the school where their center was, they figured it out and they ran back, said you can't leave a class empty. After the exam, the child, one of the students, he had called we have, as you know, after the board exams, children have phone calls. This child explained that to his mother, that this incident happened in our class. For a few minutes, we had no supervisor in the classroom. So the mother said, so that is good. You should have tried something. You could have figured out, they kahin karyu nahi. And this is what Swami Shri's legacy is. The child said, Mother, I am a student of AVM. How would I do that? એ જે સમાજમાં બી આ વસ્તુની વેલ્યુ છે. એટ ધી ઇન્વિજિલેશન સેન્ટર, એટ ધી બોર્ડ એક્ઝામ સેન્ટર, the teachers or the staff which is assigned duty to a classroom in which AVM students give the exam, in their break room they would ask for a duty के हमें ये क्लास की ड्यूटी दो जहाँ पे AVM के बच्चे हैं. Why? Because in that classroom they say that before the exam सब धून कर दे, मंत्र जाप कर दे, after the exam सब मंत्र जाप कर दे, बीच में नीचे देख के लिखते ही है. They don't look around. We don't have to do anything. We just sit back. This is the values which Swami Shri has infused, but he did not infuse that by just sharing this. अच्छी बातें तो हम हमारे बच्चे को हर रोज करते हैं ना. We always teach our children good things, but how do you instill that in them? That is done through love. And the kind of love which Swamiji could show on this planet, nobody could. And that is why these children are like that. We saw some examples of our children in the podcast also. I'll give you another example. This is one of my favorite examples. Very first batch, we had a student named Atmiya, very aptly named. He was struggling very badly. And I cannot get tired of sharing this prasang over and over again. From 10th standard onwards, he was in the NIOS board in the 10th standard, and 10th standard, 11th standard and 12th standard, all the prelims till the board exams, he had not passed a single exam. That is the level of struggles this child had. एक परीक्षा 11मा ને 12मा પાસ કરી નથી દીકરાએ. પ્રિલિમ્સમાં બી he was failing in all subjects. This is that child. Right? And one of his classmates who was doing fairly well days before, the months leading up to the exams, when our children did this 3 a.m. in the morning schedule, during that time, one of the other students in his class got so stressed, क्या होगा मेरे एग्जाम में? What will I be able to do? And he was worried. He was, panicking. And this Atmiya bhai, the one who has not passed a single test, he comes, holds his hand and says, Chalo, Mandir jate hai. Let's come, sit in front of Thakurji. You do bhajan, I'll do bhajan. We'll do it together. Swamiji will take care of everything. This is a value. We will not understand the power of this value because it's not common in the world. But Swamiji has given this to our children. This is not something which we see, and that's why we cannot appreciate this. One more example. And these examples I'm sharing is because our children have to carry forward that legacy. One of the most modern colleges in India, international standards, is Jindal Global Law School. And their idea is to be amongst to mimic an American university as it is, to an extent where they also have smoking rooms for children. College के student के लिए अलग rooms रखे हैं. They have special places where they can go and smoke. That is how modern that university is. We get a call from the admission officer over there, from that Jindal Global Law School. And that person was previously with another university called UPS. And he had come to our school to promote their university. And he calls me and says, "Sir, आपका बच्चा है. आज मुझे मिला था." I said, "Fine, yeah, I remember we have 2-3 children going to Jindal Law School." And he said, in front of everybody, remember, this is an American college in India. They have foreign faculties. In front of the entire college group, he saw me from far and he came running to me, "Sir, sir, sir." वो आके मेरे पैर छुए. He touched my feet because, and this is not, for us it is common. You go to the universities which are out there, the modern universities, this thing is not common. Parents जाएंगे तो भी पैर नहीं छुएंगे बच्चे. And here, this child had met that, he had come here for a seminar. एक बार seminar के लिए वो आदमी आया था यहाँ पे. He had come, that person, and he goes there, he sees him, and he touches his feet. And that man calls us. We get calls from 2-3 universities quite frequently saying, "Send our children over there." Because that's the value system we want to see. This is Swami Shri's legacy. So my request to parents, really we thank you again. But one very honest request to all parents. Don't compare our children with the other children in society. बाहर के जो बच्चे हैं, society में जो बच्चे हैं, उनके साथ हमारे बच्चे का comparison मत करिए. They are unique. They have their challenges, we agree, we taught them. They have the ability to sleep at any time during the day in 24 hours. They have the ability to make us forget what we are teaching with their questions. They have all kinds of unique skills, right? But they are extremely special. The way world judges success and the way Swamiji judges success is very different. The success in the world, a JE rank, a high package in the job market. This is what the world judges by. Going to a foreign country, going to a high-end university. This is what success means in this world. Swamiji ni dunya mein success is sukh. Sukhi, andarthi sukhi. The way success is promoted in this world, it also promotes ego. Ahankar. I would know. I studied at a premier university for 2 years at IIT Mumbai. And all I saw in Gujarati, I would say Buddhi na Pujari. All I saw was people who worshipped intelligence. They did not worship humanity. માણસાઈ હોય, સંસ્કારની તો વાત બાજુએ, માણસાઈની બી વેલ્યુ નથી. અને સ્વામીજી આપણા બાળકોમાં આ કરવા માંગે છે. What is so special about our children? I will share a few things, and we would need your help to help them build on that. Number one, astha. They believe in God. It sounds so unimportant these days. कि नहीं वो भगवान में मानता है. Astha. But Astha is the foundation in our Hindu culture, in our Indian society. Astha is the foundation. Your personality is grown if it has Astha at the base. You can do something for mankind. You can do something for society. If there is no Astha, you are going to be a selfish person. So they have Astha. Second, they can do bhajan. These children can do bhajan. They can do 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours and you don't realize in the 21st century a child બેસીને ખાલી ભજન કરે, ભગવાનનું નામ સંભાળે 21મી સદીમાં તમે જોયા હો ક્યાં આગળ મળશે તમને? આશ્રમમાં બી નથી મળતા આવા વ્યક્તિઓ કે જે 1.5-2 કલાક કરી શકે ભજન. Value that. Don't look at results. And the last one is Bhagwan's bad. We have seen the skits. Our children have learned a little. They still have a lot to learn, but they have learned a little. Bhagwan's bad leta sikhya che thoda. And these foundations are going to make them exceptionally successful in life. So we would need your help to foster those. These things have to be promoted at home, as opposed to, marks and pay sheets and packages. Finally, dear students, we will miss you. We've already started missing you. Initially, we were quite relaxed, but then, after a few days, we started missing you. A few words of advice. Aim high, right? Swami Shri મને કીધેલું, નિશાન ચૂક માફ, નહીં માફ, નીચું નિશાન. આપણી માટે aim શું? Let's simplify our aim, right? Let's keep a simple aim. હસતા હસતા મહેનત કરવી. Let's keep that as a simple aim. You want to work hard. What do you want to do? Work hard. Simple. But while smiling. Irrespective of the results, irrespective of the situation, we want to stay smiling. And where will we get that? You already have the seeds of that. Astha, bhajan, and Bhagwan's bad. And how will we work hard? What will promote us to work hard when you see people around you who are not working hard? Generally, sadly, all our children, the modern generation, they don't look up to their parents. If they look up to their parents, they'll see individuals who are working very hard. They look up to their peers. And they see a large segment of population which they feel that, okay, work easy. Try to find shortcuts. Avoid hard work. But AVM students, we need to work hard. And how can we work hard with a smiley face? Right? So, the purpose of working hard should be clear, and we all understand that. Bhagwan ne raji karwa apne mehnat karvi hai. Let's remember that. If we have that purpose very clear, there will be no issue in working hard. We will be able to smile. Even if it's boring, if it's stressful, we will be able to smile. અને ભગવાન રાજી કેવી રીતે થાય? ભગવાન એફર્ટથી રાજી થાય છે. જગત રિઝલ્ટ્સથી રાજી થાય છે. ભગવાન એફર્ટ્સથી રાજી થાય છે. God is happy with efforts. The world will be happy with results only. But God sees efforts. અને પ્રયત્ન છે તો સંતોષ માણો કે આપણે પ્રયત્ન કર્યો છે. પણ એફર્ટ્સમાં આપણી સાઈડથી બીજું શું કરવાનું? Again, we have discussed this many times. સંભાળવાના અને ગમતામાં વર્તવાનું. The last month we have discussed this many times. ભગવાનને સંભાળવાના અને ગમતામાં વર્તવાનું. અને ગમતામાં વર્તવામાં શું આવે? ગમતામાં વર્તવામાં 3 વસ્તુ આવે. Again, we have discussed this many times. Svadharm, પ્રથમ 16-18. This is hard. This is the hardest part which you will face. The moment you go to college, Svadharm is going to be the the most challenging thing you will face. Why? Because the concept does not exist in this world. આ જગતમાં મર્યાદા જેવી વસ્તુ રહી નથી. સ્ત્રી પુરુષની મર્યાદા, મા બાપની મર્યાદા, વડીલોની મર્યાદા, ભાઈ બહેનની મર્યાદા, કોઈ જગ્યાએ એવી મર્યાદાઓ રહી નથી. And that is why Pratham Sodadhar is going to be your biggest challenge. But remember, you skip on Pratham Sodadhar, it'll come back and bite you. And many of you would have experienced that in your exams also. The second thing is Sanyam. This is going to be also hard. Sanyam means moderation. Already we had parents complaining about your screen time. Moderation. Can you only use your mobile phone for the least possible minutes? Can you find an algorithm that you need the minimum time to use your mobile phone? Can you avoid social media completely? This is hard. પણ એ સંયમ કહેવાય. If you learn these little things, right? ગુરુ હરિ ખાલી મોબાઈલ ફોન પર જ ફોકસ કરે છે. એક વ્યસન આખી દુનિયાને છે, મોબાઈલ. દારૂ, માંસ, ચોરી, વ્યભિચાર, જુગાર, ભગવાન સ્વામિનારાયણે 5 વર્તમાન કીધા, પણ એનાથી મોટું અત્યારે શું છે? મોબાઈલ. કારણ કે એમાંથી 5 વસ્તુ આવે. If you can't control, or if you can't make purposeful use of your mobile, right? Then really success is just a dream. સપના જ જોવાના પછી બેઠા બેઠા. And it's the easiest way to wash out everything Swamiji has done for us. If you can't control this, Sanyam. The third part, first is Svadharm, second is Sanyam, third is simplicity. This is another thing young people don't like. They don't want to hear simplicity. Sadgi. સાદા કપડાં પહેરવા, કોલેજમાં તમે ચપ્પલ પહેરીને જવાના હતા? ના જાઓ ને. Will you wear an ordinary t-shirt? A non-branded clothes? Can you be brave enough to wear those? And this is something you have to ask yourself. Svadharma, Sanyam and Sadgi. You have these 3 things. You have all the background, all the blessings which you need to be exceptionally successful. પણ સાદગી is going to be again haunt you. કોલેજમાં જાઓ, ગ્રુપમાં તો વટ હોવો જોઈએ તમારો. સાદો છોકરો હોય તો what is the importance of સાદગી? રાઈટ? ભગવાન સ્વામિનારાયણે શિક્ષાપત્રીમાં લખ્યું છે કે કોઈના 4 ચક્ષુ ના થવું. And ભગવાન ગુરુ હરિ સ્વામી શ્રી had said, 4 ચક્ષુ એટલે શું? કોઈની નજરે ના ચડવું. કોઈની નજરે ના ચડવું. આપણું બિહેવિયર, આપણું વર્તન, આપણો પહેરવેશ, આપણી એસેસરીઝ એવી હોવી જોઈએ કે કોઈની નજરે ના ચડીએ. You need to be invisible in college. You need to be only visible to your professors. If you can do that, you will be successful in college. If you spend a lot of time being visible amongst your peers, you will be invisible to your professors. And life will be quite rude. You will find, despite being from AVM, okay, AVM is not a magic trick that AVM માંથી આવી ગયા, હવે કાંઈ નહીં, life set થઈ ગઈ. You have to follow this. If you don't follow this, even being from AVM will not help you. You have a safety net in Surat Swami. You have a safety net in the teachers over here. But if you don't follow this 3, you are in big trouble, gentlemen. Right? So, these 3, you have to, and ભગવાનને રાજી કરવાનો આપણી માટે આ સિમ્પલ ઉપાય છે. ગમતામાં વર્તવામાં 3 વસ્તુ, સ્વધર્મ, સંયમ અને સાદગી. Simplicity. Okay? So, your to-do list was already given to you by your juniors. I would really like to once again thank all our parents for all your trust. Putting the child over here is one thing, but then continuously listening to his complaints every year and still keeping him here, that takes a lot of courage. Again, I thank all of you for that. And finally, I would love to thank their junior batch, the new 12th graders. They have done an absolutely amazing program. And I think the senior batch should appreciate this. They skipped sports for 2 months for the Udaan preparation, which even you did not do. So I think they deserve a huge round of applause. Our 12th standard, new 12th standard students who have worked very hard to, to give a fitting tribute to our passing batches. So thank you all. All the best wishes. We are always here for you. Our doors are always open. But you are Swami Shri's legacy. You have a huge responsibility to fulfill that. And no matter where you are, no matter what stage you are, you have the ability to do something exceptional, something amazing, something which the world has not seen. Let us fulfill that. Let us not fall short. Let us not become average. Let's not be ordinary. Let's not be like everybody else in society. Let us be AVM students. Thank you and Jai Swaminarayan.